So RVD, got a question for you. So, you go through the WWE,
John?
you beat John Cena for the world title.
Yes.
Then you 3 weeks later, they end up giving it up. Just kind of go through like the emotions and you at that point from the highest level of WWE to then 3 weeks later, they have you drop in the title and this, the situation that happened there.
Is that all it was 3 weeks?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, same. um, yeah. Well, first off, I never thought that was gonna happen as far as like me being the champion, and it never would have been in my um, in my pathway had I not restructured the whole pathway by bringing ECW back.
Right.
I changed the entire playing field. I mean, I'm the best showcasing for ECW, best guy to do that. Otherwise, I'm pretty. I never thought that I would have been, made to the top position. So having said that, until it happened, everybody that's a pro wrestler, I doubt there's any exceptions to this. I think everybody is gonna at some point in their career, and probably over and over again, they get promised stuff. We're gonna do this and this and this, and then boom, it doesn't happen. And so if you let yourself get real excited, then of course you're gonna be very disappointed. After a while, you gotta either not give a fuck, which is what I did, or else you got to be really good at continuing to fight for that and politicking and those are guys that get way ahead. But I totally I think until the finish, till the 1, 2, 3, and then I got the championship belt. I don't think that I thought if something still was going to happen during the match. I totally didn't. So I was excited, as you would imagine, but not like I think most people would, because just the way that I was brought into the industry, I had a lot of my fandom stripped from me. Like I remember back in 1990, the very first time that I got to go inside an actual dressing room, it was in Euclid, Ohio, and the original Sheik, I was one of his boys. He was wrestling Jerry Lawler there, and I wasn't on the card, but I got to go in the back, and Sheik and Sabu told me, and I'm like 19, I guess, 19 years old. And Sheik and Sabu told me, don't say anything to anybody unless you're going to introduce yourself. And then, shake their hand, tell them your name. Don't say anything else unless they talk to you. And don't ask anyone for an autograph. Don't mark out. You're one of the boys. You're not a fan. We didn't even have phones back there to take pictures or anything. But that's how much it's changed. I do shows all the time, and all the wrestlers get pictures with RVD in the dressing room. It's a different time, I guess. But because of that, I never allowed myself to get real excited like a fan would. I would have enjoyed the career a lot more if I could have remained a mark. If I could have been like, oh, cool, Undertaker's dressing next to me. But after that wasn't part of it for me. So even having the championship belt, I think it meant a lot. It meant a lot because of my positioning, and now I see how I go down in history and all that, and how much it's helped me. But at the time, I think I was still so competitive, I probably would have given up the WWE belt and just kept the ECW belt, because I stood for that, and that's what I fought for, and that's what got me the win. And things are going like really well, but I mean, I don't remember feeling, like I was on a whole untouchable level. I think I thought of it always as storyline, prop, could last any time, it could be over. I don't know. And still, even with all that, I got pulled over for speeding, and I had 18 grams of marijuana in the car. And because of that bust, I had to drop the WWE Championship belt and the ECW Championship belt, and I was suspended for 30 days. And it did take a little bit to adjust to that, because even with all that conditioning that I've said, I still knew that I dropped the ball, and that it was a pretty major fuck up, So I remember really being bummed those days, the last 2 days when I had to, especially in Philly. because those are my people, ECW
Yeah.
crowd.
Oh yeah.
And then Big Show beat me, and Paul made the count, and the fans were just like so disappointed. They were like all throwing their cups in the ring, and we were getting
Yep.
cups. And I remember just that hurt my heart. I was just like, oh my God, I let all these people down, you know. But right away I kind of owned it though. I felt like I owned it right away, and I was like, well, fuck it, you know, it's people like me and Michael Phelps and people like that that draw attention to the fact that marijuana doesn't necessarily make you a couch potato. And I looked at it from that point of view. Now
Mm-hmm.
I look at it this much time later, as I still don't know how long a championship title would have ran, but that, you know, I kind of, if anything, I feel mostly bad for dropping the ball on Vince.
I was there that night in Philly. We were not happy that you lost. Let's put it that way. We were not happy.
I felt that vibe. That was really heartbreaking.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know, that those are the emotions, dude. You know, and then I was so burnt out from being on the road with them and that monotonous schedule. At the end of my 30-day suspension, I asked Paul if he would ask Vince to give me some more time off. I'm not gonna do that. He'll be upset.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.